Podcast Network Asia.
Are you dependent only on one source of income at feeling mo limited na ang financial growth mo that causes you stress and anxiety? Ay, grabe. If that is what you're experiencing right now, you are in for a treat. For today, we are going to unlock financial freedom. Paano? Kailangan yung mapakinggan tong episode na ito.
Hi, I'm Chinkitan and you're listening to Chink Positive Podcast, where I aim to equip you to become wealthy and debt-free. Teaching you on how to save, budget, get out of debt, and invest. Let's get into the episode.
Hi there, this is Chinkitan, your pambansang wealth coach. Welcome to another wonderful Chink Positive Podcast. Tayo po ay naka-live po sa Chink Positive live session na po. And not only na mapapakinggan nyo kami, mapapanood nyo rin kami, please do subscribe. Also at our second channel sa YouTube. Sa YouTube, mapapanood nyo na rin tong episode nito as live. Alam nyo, sa araw na ito, pag-uusapan po natin ang katotohanan. If you only rely on one source of income, it can be risky in this world right now. Hindi pa ba sapat kung anong tinuro sa atin ng pandemic noong March of 2020 nung nag-lockdown at tumigil po ang negosyo, maraming apektado, maraming nawalan ng trabaho po. Kaya kailangan po, practical lang po in order for us to safeguard our tinatawag nating financial future. Siyempre, ang gusto po natin, di ba, maging financially secure tayo, fulfilling, wala tayong aalalahanin pagdating po sa ating babayarin. Pero paano mo gagawa yan? Pag-iisa lang ang source of income mo. Di ba? Ang kailangan po, maging practical po tayo. We need to learn how to create another one, or multiple sources of income. Does it make sense? If it makes sense, please type "make sense" in the comment section. So right now, ang tanong, ano yung pwede mong gawin para magkaroon ka ng second income? Chinky, ano bang negosyo na umpisa ko? Bago pa yung negosyo na umpisan mo, kailangan po, tanungin nyo muna sa sarili mo. Ano ang alam mo at ano ang kagalingan mo? Oh, that's where we all start, di ba? Let us assess your skill, your talent, your interests. And then how can we how we turn your skill, talent, and interest to monetization, di ba? Kailangan yun eh. Di ba? Kaya kailangan itong gawin mo. Kumuha ka ng papel ngayon at ballpen. Just like a coaching session between you and me, gusto ko isulat mo lahat ng inyong strength, expertise, specialization. Di ba yung alam mo? Like for example, strength ko, good looks. Hindi, strength ko, communication, di ba? Expertise ko, magsulat, magbigay ng ideas, specialization ko, alam ko talaga yung mga process, di ba? So, susulat ko. And then after that, di ba, tanungin mo sarili mo, anong isang bagay na napakadali mong gawin pero nahihirapan ng ibang taong gawin? Sulat mo rin. Sabi ko, pag-iisip ng ideas, and I can take something that is very complicated and make it very simple for people to understand. Then, ang next na isulat mo rin, yung mga hobbies, yung mga hilig mo na gawin na kahit di ka bayarang gagawin mo. Ako, gumawa ng mga content. Yan, kahit di ako bayarang gagawin ko. As a matter of fact, the people don't understand. Some people say, ay, gumagawa ka lang ng content kasi may monetization. Duh. Noong nag-umpisa ako gumawa ng content around, I think, 12 to 13 years ago, wala namang monetization during that time. Ba't namin ginawa? Kasi gusto ko lang talaga Passion ko talaga yan And then after that, pag nasulat mo na lahat, ang mga strength mo, yung passion mo, di ba? And then right now, mag-market research ka. I-analyze mo saan in demand ang skills mo, yung talent mo and interest mo. Saan papasok, saan ba may gap, saan ba may butas. And I personally realize na napakalaki talaga ng gap ng financial education when that was around 15 years ago. 15 years ago. In-analyze ko talaga. Ang dami pa ng taong lubog sa utang, walang pera, hindi alam kung anong gagawin. So, ni-research ko. And then, next, ang gagawin mo para magkakaroon ka ng pera, i-target mo na ngayon potential niches, okay? Look for areas where your skill and talents is needed. Saan ba kailangan? Again, alam ko maraming tao nangangailangan kasi karamihan ng mga libro na nabasa ko sa wikang Ingles. So sabi ko wala pang nagsusulat ng wikang Pilipino. Ay grabe. Yun. Ayan na, kaya nga doon po ako nag-umpisa na mag-isip, kailangan talaga kung aklat na isusulat ko, mabilis maintindihan, para target, masa, kahit sino, jeepney driver, taxi driver, kahit yung mga professional, pag nabasa makaka-relate. Di ba? And then, after that, yun nga, nag-isip na ako, and then chinek ko rin, ito yung mga competition. I-check mo rin, evaluate mo na rin yung competition. Sino ba yung mga magagaling na sa market? Sino mga nauuna? And admit it or not, especially in my field, when I step into this, ang lodi talaga during that time, when I step into the financial industry, ay wala iba kundi si Topak, si Francisco Colaico, si Peaceabilities. Pero ito yung na-realize ko, ang strength niya talaga is to teach people about investment. Investment, paano mag-invest ng pera. Tapos nakita ko, syempre, pag mag-i-invest ka ng pera, syempre, kailangan marami kang pera. Tama o mali? Pero anong mas malaking market, yung may pera o wala? Diba? Yung may ipon o wala? Yung may utang o wala? Mas maraming tao ang walang ipon, may utang, at syempre, nag-uumpisa. Sabi ko, laki ng market na ito. So doon ako pumosisyon. Ayan na. So number 1, if you want also to start a second income, this is where you start. Huwag mo muna isipin ang produkto. Isipin mo muna yung sarili mo. Isipin mo, pangalawa, ang target market mo. At anong kailangan ng target market, paano mo maipoposisyon ang iyong sarili para ma-meet ang needs ng target market. Kung napapansin nyo, wala pa tayong pinag-uusapan na produkto. Tama? Next, number 2, ang gagawin nating next step is this. Start small and experiment with 1 or 2, okay? 1 or 2 additional income. Kasi sa totoo lang, ang reality is this, hindi naman porket inumpisahan mo mag-work siya. Dapat meron kang plan A, meron kang plan B. And then syempre, pag nag-umpisa po tayo ng experimentation, meron tayong tinatawag na hit and miss, trial and error. Kaya nga, huwag kayong mapanghinaan ng loob pag kayo po ay nag-umpisa na, di ba? Ng isang produkto, isang konsepto, pagkatapos hindi yan tinanggap ng tao. Instead of people saying yes, they say no. Ang reality is this, I want to be truthful to you. Especially when you are starting a project, an idea, people you expect to buy will never buy from you. People you least expect to buy are the ones buying from you. Tatandaan mo yan. Itaga mo yan sa bato. At kung ikaw ay nag-fail, nagkamali ka, learn from failure. Okay? Then tanungin mo sarili mo, anong natutunan mo dito at ano yung mga pagkakamali na hindi mo dapat ulitin. And then after that, what do? You adjust and adapt. And exactly that's what I also did. When I started to write books, ang pinaka-first book that I wrote was Till Death Do Us Part. And then nung lumabas yan, it sold a few thousand pieces, tapos naging 100,000 through the years. Pero medyo matagal-tagal po rin, parang inaabot yung hundreds of thousands. And then, na-realize ko kasi, yung libro na sinulat ko ay nasa wikang English. Na-realize ko na mas maraming Pilipino at yung target market ko hindi marunong mag-English. Ang comprehensive po nila, pag nagbabasa sila, inuuna nila sa wikang Pilipino, tinatranslate nila sa Tagalog, hindi pa baliktad. So then came out the adjustment. Nag-refine and scale na po ako, nag-refine po ako. Then I came out with the book, Diary of a Pulubi, The 22 Money Mistakes. Ito sa wikang Taglish po siya, pero very relatable. Nandito na yung tinatawag natin shopping na Pulubi later, upgrade na Pulubi later, party na Pulubi later, travel na Pulubi later, diba? And then, pagpapautang na Pulubi later, sobrang yes, ito, yun na yun. And then, because I adjusted, right now, it sold over 1 million copies. So, likewise, I challenge you. Ganun din dapat ang gawin mo. After na malaman mo na, yung sarili mo, target market mo, diba? Maghanap ka ng plan A and plan B. Pagkatapos yan, start implementing. And last but not the least, para maging successful ang second source of income mo, para mas mapadali ang pagkita mo, I suggest the third most important thing, invest in personal development. Educate yourself. Bakit po? Kasi sa totoo lang, napakahirap gawin ang isang bagay kapag di mo alam. Agree? Napakahirap magnegosyo pag di mo alam. Napakahirap magbenta pag di mo alam. Napakahirap mag-drive pag di mo alam. So ang key is for us to learn. Learn before you earn. Recognize the skills and the knowledge gaps that you need to fill. Kaya nga, challenge ko sa iyo, mag-attend kayo ng workshop, mag-attend kayo ng mga courses na talagang babagay po sa inyo, magbasa kayo ng libro, maghanap po kayo ng mga mentors na pwedeng magturo po sa inyo. Diba? Embrace continuous learning. Kasi pag yan ang ginawa nyo, mga friendship, nako, maniwala kayo. Maniwala kayo. Napakadaling kumita ng pera. Mahirap lang yan pag di mo alam, pero dadali yan pag ika nga natutunan mo. Kaya nga as I end this podcast session, I just want to ask, cha-challenge kita, 2 ways for you to do it. Number 1, you stick at your comfort zone at the same time, you live always in lack and in financial stress. Or the second choice, ang pwede mong gawin, di ba? I-assess mo na yung skills mo, yung talent mo, and then maghanap ka ng target market kung sinong tutulungan mo, hanapin mo na yung gap, pagkatapos yan, gumawa ka na ng plan A and plan B kung ano i-offer mo, and then continue to learn and educate yourself. I hope you have learned something from this session. Guys, kung may natutunan kayo sa session na ito, itong binigay ko sa inyo, very practical, simple, and applicable, and I hope that you will make a comment sa comment section. And then para sa mga taong nagsasabi pa, Chinky, I want to learn pa more. Paano ba? How can I pick your brains? How can I think like you? Or in other words, how to be you? Alam mo, aside from subscribing on this channel, I have curated already yung mga courses that I've created already. Ito yung tinatawag naming Netflix of Financial Education. Ito yung tinatawag naming toolbox ng skill set ng lahat ng alam ko sa pagbebenta, sa pagnenegosyo, sa pag-i-invest, sa pagmamanage ng pera. Kung gusto nyo malaman kung ano po yung toolbox na yun, all you need to do is just visit ChinkTV.com. That's CHINK.TV.com. That's the Netflix of Financial Education. Guys, maraming salamat at ang hangarin ko po talaga sa inyo ng taong nakikinig at nanonood, sumusunod sa podcast na channel na ito is for you to really double your income. Sana naman dumoble yung income mo para hindi ka na maging financially stressed because you deserve to have financial peace. Tatandaan, as I always say in my program, to every problem, there's always a solution. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Always. Chink positive. Bye.
Hi guys, thank you for listening to this episode of the Chink Positive Podcast. This podcast is powered by Podcast Network Asia. If you want to keep on growing and stay inspired, follow us on wherever you're listening to this podcast and share it with friends. Have a good day and always Chink Positive.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.